Under the streetlight. Back in the summer of 2016, in a small town in upstate New York, there was a woman named Annie who worked the late shift at a local movie theater. Her job often kept her there until midnight, but that never stopped her and her coworkers from hitting up a nearby diner or bar afterward to unwind, as young folks in their 20s often did. One night, it was a coworker's birthday, so the group decided to celebrate at a local dive bar. They stayed out later than usual, sipping beers and swapping stories until past midnight. As the night wore on, a light drizzle started to fall, and Annie decided it was time to head home. She didn't want to get caught in a downpour while riding her old Harley motorcycle. With a buzz from the drinks and the radio blasting classic rock, she cruised down the quiet roads, humming along to Lynyrd Skynyrd. As she approached a familiar intersection on the edge of town, about a mile from her place, she noticed the green light ahead. Just before the intersection, there was a small roadside memorial, a cluster of flowers and a cross duct next to a utility pole, right by an old metal trash can. Annie didn't think much of it. She'd seen those memorials before, often marking spots where accidents had happened. She sped through the intersection, the drizzle making the road slick, when suddenly everything went blurry, like a wave of dizziness hit her out of nowhere. The next thing Annie knew, someone was shaking her awake. She was sprawled on the ground, her motorcycle tipped over, and the trash can was knocked into the ditch. A local security guard who patrolled the area was kneeling beside her, looking spooked. "You okay? Where's the other girl? The one riding with you?" he asked, his voice shaky. Annie blinked, confused. "What?" "I was riding alone. Nobody was with me." The guard frowned, insisting he'd seen a woman sitting behind her on the bike just before the crash. Annie, still dazed, managed to stand, only to realize she had a gash on her forehead, blood trickling down her face. The guard called for help, and soon an ambulance took her to the nearby county hospital to get stitches. While the nurse patched her up, Annie recounted the strange incident. The nurse's face grew serious. "You're lucky you hit that trash can," she said. "Last week, a young woman on a bicycle was hit by a pickup truck at that exact spot. Slammed right into that utility pole. Died on impact." Annie's stomach dropped. The guard's words about a passenger and the nurse's story sent chills down her spine. She couldn't shake the thought that something or someone had been with her that night, maybe trying to pull her into the same fate. If that trash can hadn't been there to break her crash, she might have hit the pole head-on and never made it out alive.